major contributor to why we fight, but the fact that men and women cope with stress differently is at the root of our conflicts. Though men and women are similar, when it comes to stress, they are very different. With increasing stress, these differences are intensified. Instead of facing life's challenges and growing together in love, many couples drift apart to a comfortable but passionless distance, or are ripped apart by feelings of resentment, confusion, and mistrust that lead to explosive fights. It's sometimes as if we're completely from different planets. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Without a positive way to understand our different coping mechanisms, Mars and Venus collide instead of coming together. Men and women not only respond to stress in unique ways, but the kind of support they need to relieve their stress is different as well. In every chapter of Why Mars and Venus Collide, we'll explore the different ways men and women experience stress, as well as the best ways to cope and support each other. My goal in writing this book is to provide you with a new way of understanding each other and more effective strategies to create a healthy and happy relationship that will actually lower your stress levels. The more aware we are of our natural differences, the more tolerant we become when and if those differences show up. Instead of thinking, what's wrong with my partner, you're able to ponder what's wrong with the way you may be approaching her. Instead of concluding that your partner's purposefully being inconsiderate, you can at least feel some comfort knowing that he's oblivious or clueless. Couples often have no real sense of how things affect each of them. Accepting our differences can immediately lighten up our relationships. Many couples feel a heaviness in their lives because they believe they have to sacrifice themselves to please their partners. This attitude needs to change. Certainly every relationship requires making adjustments, compromises, and sacrifices, but we don't have to give up ourselves. Instead, we can arrive at a reasonable and fair compromise. Life is not about having everything our own way whenever we want it. We experience the opening of our hearts when we share. When a plane takes off and flies on automatic pilot, it will arrive at its destination. Though the course seems perfect, it's not. At every point on its route, a plane's course varies due to changing wind speeds and plane resistance. It's never perfectly on target, but it's generally moving in the right direction. A plane on automatic pilot constantly makes small adjustments to correct the direction. Relationships are the same way. No one is ever perfect, but your partner can be the perfect person for you. If we continue to correct and adjust ourselves, we can create a lifetime of love. When we can own our mistakes and adjust our actions, we can reduce the tension in our relationships. Without an understanding of our different needs, men and women are adjusting their actions and reactions to no avail. Our actions may be pointed in the wrong direction. My aim in Why Mars and Venus Collide is to give you the understanding and the techniques you will need to counter the disruptive effects of stress and to steer a true course to a lifetime of love. We'll begin by examining the dramatic new sources of stress in our lives brought on by the shift in the roles of men and women. The increased pressure on women to work outside the home and the diminished potential of men to earn enough to be sole providers has shaken the foundations of our society. The complex mosaic of traditional roles and expectations for men and women, fashioned and refined for thousands of years, has been shattered, and we're still picking up the pieces. Never before in history have we witnessed so much social change in such a short period of time. With equal rights, higher education, sexual liberation, and greater financial independence, women today have more choices to create a better life than ever before, but we are all more stressed at home. Never in history have women been expected to do so much, and that can be overwhelming on Venus. Of course, that stress is immediately transmitted to Mars and ends in misunderstanding, friction, and a sense of helplessness. After looking at the change in the expectations in our relationships, we will review groundbreaking scientific research that supports the gender differences I've described anecdotally in all my books. There are physiological reasons why women find comfort in talking about their problems and men prefer to retreat, or why women can multitask and remember everything while men focus